For a long time, I thought choosing between SCHD and JEPI was simple. One pays solid dividends, the other pays high monthly income. One is known for long-term reliability, the other is known for strong cash flow. So most people look at that and think, which one is better? Which one makes more money? Which one should I put all my cash into? But after spending years watching both of these ETFs, owning income-focused funds, rebuilding my portfolio, and making plenty of mistakes along the way, I realized something important. SCHD versus JEPI is not really about which one wins. It's about what kind of investor you are and what problem you are actually trying to solve. Because depending on your goal, either one can look amazing or completely wrong. When most people first hear about SCHD, they usually hear one thing: reliable dividend growth. It is built around strong, profitable U.S. companies that pay consistent dividends. These are businesses with solid cash flow, long histories, and stable models. It is focused on quality first and income second. It is not trying to squeeze out the highest possible yield. It is trying to build income that grows over time. With SCHD, you buy good companies, collect dividends, reinvest them, and slowly let both your income and portfolio grow together. It is boring, but that is exactly why it works. JEPI became popular for one main reason. The income looks amazing. Monthly payouts, high yield, and steady cash flow make it very attractive. When people first see its distributions, it feels like they have found a shortcut. JEPI holds large U.S. stocks and uses option strategies to generate extra income. In simple terms, it trades some future upside for cash today. It is saying, I will give up some growth if you pay me now. For many investors, especially those who want income, that sounds perfect. But income and growth are trade-offs. Most people don't fully understand what they are giving up when they choose one over the other. With SCHD, you are betting on long-term business growth and rising dividends. Your income starts smaller but can increase over time. Your capital also grows. With JEPI, you are prioritizing current income. You get paid now, but the fund limits how much it can benefit from strong market rallies. When markets go up fast, JEPI usually lags. When markets are flat or unstable, JEPI often performs better. That is the trade. When I first started learning about income ETFs, I was obsessed with yield. I didn't care how it worked. I just saw high payouts and thought that was the answer. JEPI-type funds looked perfect. Why wait years when I could get paid now? For a while, it felt great. Every month, money came in. It felt like progress. But over time, something bothered me. My income was decent, but my portfolio wasn't growing much. When the market did well, my account didn't move as much as I expected. That's when I realized I had built an income machine, not a wealth-building machine. JEPI was doing exactly what it promised. It was paying me. But it wasn't maximizing long-term growth. That is not a flaw. That is how it is designed. When I looked at SCHD over long periods, I saw steady dividend growth and quiet compounding. It didn't look exciting year to year, but over time it built both income and wealth. That's when I stopped asking which one was better and started asking which one fit my goals and my stage of life. If you are younger, still building your portfolio, and far from retirement, SCHD usually makes more sense as a core holding. You want growth first. You want compounding. You want time working in your favor. SCHD allows that while still giving you income. It is like planting a tree that slowly produces more fruit every year. JEPI is more like harvesting early. You get fruit now, but the tree grows more slowly. If you are closer to retirement or already need cash flow, JEPI becomes very attractive. At that stage, stable income matters more than maximum growth. You are not trying to double your portfolio, you are trying to live off it. In that situation, JEPI can be very useful. The problem is that many investors try to use JEPI for growth and SCHD for high income. Both lead to disappointment. JEPI usually won't beat the market long term. SCHD usually won't give huge payouts right away. When people don't understand this, they get frustrated and start switching. Both ETFs also have different kinds of risk. With SCHD, your main risk is market risk. If the economy struggles, dividends can slow and prices can fall. But strong companies tend to recover over time. With JEPI, your risk is more subtle. Income depends on options premiums. If market conditions change, payouts can shrink. Over time, inflation can also reduce the value of fixed income. So even though JEPI feels safe because it pays monthly, it is not risk-free. Another important factor is behavior. How an ETF makes you feel affects how you invest. JEPI's monthly income can make people lazy. They may ignore slow capital erosion and focus only on payouts. SCHD's slow growth can test patience and make people feel bored. Boredom leads many investors to chase trends. Both reactions can hurt long-term results. So which one wins? Honestly, neither and both. It depends on how you use them. Today, I see SCHD as a foundation for long-term income and growth. It is something I can hold for decades and reinvest. JEPI is a tool, not a foundation. I use it when I want extra cash flow or stability, not as my entire portfolio. SCHD builds the house. JEPI helps pay the bills. You need both in the right balance. Many smart investors combine them. They use SCHD for growing dividends and JEPI for current income. Together, they create balance. Not extreme growth, not extreme income. Sustainable wealth, that is the real goal. Not chasing the highest yield, not chasing hype, but building something you can stick with for decades. So if you are trying to choose between SCHD and JEPI, here's the simple answer. If you are still building, lean toward SCHD. If you need income, consider JEPI. If you want balance, use both. But whatever you choose, commit to it. Understand why you own it. Accept its limits. Stop switching every time something looks better. Because the real winner is not SCHD or JEPI. It is the investor who stays consistent, reinvests, stays patient, ignores noise, and lets time do the work. Wealth is not built through perfect ETFs. It is built through good ETFs held with discipline. And that is the biggest lesson I have learned on this journey. And that's really the biggest takeaway from this whole SCHD versus JEPI debate. If this video helped you think more clearly about income and growth, make sure to like, subscribe, and stick with Money Stick Unfiltered, where we keep investing honest, simple, and focused on the long game. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.